Boxing has given me a pretty extraordinary life. I've traveled the world with boxing. I've made hundreds of friends. I've created tons of opportunities that I would never have been able to create if it wasn't for boxing. On this video, I'm going to tell you 7 things that I love about boxing, and as well, I'm going to tell you one thing that I really don't like about the sport. My name's Tony Jeffries, Olympic medalist boxer, former undefeated professional, 7 times national champion, European champion. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I had 106 fights in my career, and now I'm living in Los Angeles, California, with a swimming pool in the garden. I co-own 2 amazing boxing fitness gyms called Box and Burn, a boxing fitness education program where I teach other people how to teach boxing to other people. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for the sport of boxing. So let's get into my 7 favorite things. Discipline. Yes, discipline is a big one for me. Before I started boxing as a 10-year-old, I used to get up to no good when I was in school. I would get up to no good when I was outside of school. I wasn't the best behaved kid around. But when I went to a boxing gym and my coaches taught me about discipline, you had to be well behaved when you're in a boxing gym. You can't mess around when you're training, or you're going to get hurt in boxing. And my trainers didn't just teach me about the training side of being disciplined. I also got taught about the respecting other people, respecting other people's time and energy, which was huge for me. And that really did turn me into the man I am today, which I think I'm not a bad human being. Number 6 is another huge one, especially for me, is confidence. When I was 10 years old, I used to get bullied at school. I'd get picked on, people calling me names. And when I learned boxing and my mum and dad forced me to go to the school and beat up them bullies, I did that. And when I beat up the bullies, that right there gave me confidence that will last with me forever. Even now as an adult, I'm very confident. And not just because I know how to throw my hands, but I'm confident in other ways where I can go into a room and speak to anyone. I can speak in front of hundreds of people, and I'm fine with that. Because if you think about it, I've been in uncomfortable situations where people are actually trying to knock me out, and I've got to be calm and composed in them situations. So being in them situations to compare to normal life, it's easy. So confidence comes from that as well. The way your body looks. I was shredded when I was a fighter. I was in great shape, abs popping out everywhere, arms lean, face lean, feeling healthy, feeling fast and athletic. And when I retired in 2012, I understood I'll never be back into that complete fighting shape that I was in before a fight. The feeling that you get when you win a fight is phenomenal. Now, I've had people tell me before that having a kid is the best feeling in the world. So many people have told me that, but I've got to disagree. Now, I've got 3 kids and I love them with all my heart. But when they're born, compared to when you win a fight, especially if it's a high level fight, I'm sorry kids, I love you, but that feeling of getting your arm raised at the end, for me, that's the single best feeling in the world. Yeah, my wife's not gonna like that one. The recognition that you get from being a boxer is great. You get so much respect from just about everyone when they find out that you're a boxer. If you're a nice person. If you're not a nice person, then that respect kind of goes out the window. But you also get recognition from kids as well. They look up to you as if you're a role model. And being a role model for kids, or being a role model for anyone, is an amazing feeling. The perks. Yes, I'm going to admit it, the perks of being a boxer can be very rewarding. Especially for me, when I came back from the Olympics with a medal, I was getting free meals at most restaurants. I was getting invited to events around the country. I was getting free tickets to the football matches, and I still am. So it would be rude for me not to say that the perks is one of the best things that's happened for me of being a boxer. And number 1 is being the best. I remember being a 13-year-old kid after I won the national championships, walking around the streets of Sunderland. I remember exactly where I was, and I was thinking to myself, wow, I'm not just the champion of this city, I'm the champion of the whole country. Being number 1 is such a great feeling. But to get there, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, and a lot of dedication. You've got to dedicate your life if you want to be number 1. So what do I not like about boxing? And it is the damage that it can do to you. I've had over 50 stitches in my face. I've had 5 surgeries on my hands, on my elbow, on my eye, on my nose. But that's not the damage that I'm talking about when I'm talking about the damage boxing does. That's kind of external damage. The real damage is what it does in between your ears, what it does to your brain, the long-term damage. Now, I would be lying if I said after 106 fights, after being punched in the face thousands and thousands of times, that I don't feel the effects of boxing, but I do. How can you prevent this? Well, you can prevent it by not getting hit. Yes, it's boxing, you're going to get hit, but really be smart about it. Try not to be doing hard spars. Try not letting people punch you in the face to be a macho man. I used to do that often. And really take care of the most important thing on your body, that is your brain. Check out my ultimate guide to boxing, where I go in depth on every little piece of boxing training. Click here and check it out.